Hello friends, welcome back to Animevisalore. Subscribe now and join us as we continue this epic Naruto what-if story. The first energy awakens. The ancient voice is echoed across the second reality. The first energy has returned. Quote, Nico stood frozen. Silver light surrounded his body. Naruto rushed toward him. Nico looked at Naruto. I can hear millions of voices. Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. They aren't coming from outside. Quote, Naruto frowned. Then where are they coming from? Ika answered. From inside Nico. Suddenly, the ground cracked. A gigantic symbol appeared beneath Konoha. Sora stepped backward. This is the original Uzumaki seal. Quote, Naruto looked at Ika. You said the Uzumaki created the rules of reality. Ika nodded. But they also created one final rule. Naruto asked. What rule? Ika looked at Nico. No one can control the first energy. Quote, Nico suddenly raised his hand. The entire battlefield stopped. Every shadow froze. Every portal closed. Even time itself seemed to stop. Naruto stared at Nico. Nico, what did you do? Nico looked frightened. I don't know. A voice came from behind him. You don't need to know. Everyone turned. A mysterious woman stood in the darkness. She wore an ancient Uzumaki cloak. Sora immediately recognized her. Impossible. Naruto asked. Who is she? Sora whispered. Her name is Yuna. She was the first guardian of the second reality. Yuna looked at Naruto. And you are the one who awakened Nico. Naruto stepped forward. I didn't awaken him. Yuna smiled. You connected every reality. You gave forgotten worlds a future. You broke the laws created by the first reality. And now the second reality has responded. Quote, Nico looked at her. What do you want from me? Yuna answered. Nothing. I came to warn you. A massive crack appeared above them. Yuna looked toward it. The first energy has awakened. And something far older has sensed it. Quote, Naruto clenched his fist. What? Yuna looked directly at him. The Ancient Ones. Sasuke frowned. Who are they? Yuna replied. They existed before the first reality. They were the beings who watched the universe being created. Quote, and they believe humans were never meant to control reality. Naruto stepped forward. Then they'll have to deal with us. Yuna shook her head. They aren't coming for you. She looked at Nico. They are coming for him. The sky suddenly turned silver. Thousands of enormous eyes appeared across the clouds. Nico looked upward. They found me. Naruto stood in front of him. Then they'll have to get through me. Quote, Sasuke joined him. Through us. Ika raised her chains. Sora activated the first energy. Yuna smiled. Then the second reality has chosen its side. The sky split open. A gigantic hand emerged from beyond reality. A voice shook the entire world. Return the first energy. Naruto looked upward. No. The voice answered. Then we will take it. Naruto activated Sage Mode. The first energy inside Nico exploded with silver light. And the Ancient Ones finally entered the world. The war for the first energy had begun. The Ancient Ones arrived. The sky split apart. The enormous hand descended toward Nico. Naruto jumped in front of him. You're not taking him. The Ancient One's voice shook the ground. You cannot protect what you do not understand. Naruto formed a Rasengan. Then I'll understand it while protecting him. He launched forward. Sasuke followed. Their attacks struck the enormous hand. The impact created a massive shockwave. But the hand did not move. Sasuke looked at Naruto. That thing is stronger than the creator. Naruto nodded. Then we need another plan. Nico suddenly stepped forward. Naruto. Naruto turned. What? Nico's silver eyes were glowing. I can stop them. Naruto shook his head. No. Nico replied. I don't mean by fighting. Quote, he placed his hand on the ground. A silver wave spread across the battlefield. Every Ancient One suddenly stopped. Yuna's eyes widened. He is communicating with them. Nico closed his eyes. I can hear their memories. Quote, Naruto asked. What are they saying? Nico opened his eyes. They are afraid. Sasuke looked surprised. Ancient beings are afraid. Nico nodded. They are afraid of humans. Naruto stepped forward. Why? Nico answered. Because humans can change. The Ancient Ones cannot. Ika suddenly understood. The first energy isn't a weapon. It's evolution. Sora nodded. And Nico is its first true user. Quote, the largest ancient one descended from the sky. Its face finally became visible. It looked almost human. It looked at Nico. You carry the power that destroyed our world. Nico shook his head. I wasn't there. The ancient one replied. You carry the memories. Nico looked at Naruto. Then show me how to use them. Naruto smiled. Don't control them. Understand them. Nico closed his eyes. The silver energy expanded. Every ancient one began seeing memories. They saw humans helping each other. They saw Naruto protecting his village. They saw Sasuke choosing friendship over hatred. They saw Kushina protecting her son. They saw every world choosing freedom. The ancient ones became silent. The largest one lowered its hand. You have changed the first energy. Naruto asked, is that bad? The ancient one answered, no, it means humanity has finally surpassed its creators. The ancient ones began disappearing. But before the last one vanished, it looked toward Naruto. There is one problem. Naruto frowned. What? The ancient one pointed beyond the sky. The first energy has awakened. Now the one who created it will return. Ika's face turned pale. That cannot be. Sora asked, who created the first energy? Quote, Ika looked at Naruto, the first human who reached beyond reality. Naruto asked, who? Ika whispered, his name was Eon. Suddenly, the silver sky turned black. A deep heartbeat echoed across the second reality. Boom, boom, boom. Nico looked toward the darkness. He's awake. Naruto raised his guard. A figure appeared between the stars. Long silver hair, golden eyes, an ancient Uzumaki symbol across his chest. He looked down at Nico, then at Naruto, and smiled. My power has returned. Naruto stepped forward. Who are you? The figure answered. I am Eon. He looked at Naruto. And you are standing in the world I created. Quote, the first energy inside Nico suddenly reacted. Eon smiled. Give it back. Nico moved closer to Naruto. Naruto stood between them. No. Eon's smile disappeared. Then I will take it from both of you. Quote, the entire second reality began collapsing around them. The next battle had begun. Eon, the first creator. The second reality began collapsing. Buildings disappeared into silver dust. The sky cracked. The ground split apart. Naruto stood between Eon and Nico. Eon looked at him. You still believe you can protect everyone? Naruto replied. I don't believe it. I choose it. Eon smiled. That is exactly why humans are dangerous. Quote, he raised one hand. Naruto suddenly felt his chakra disappear. Sage mode vanished. The guardian mark disappeared. Even the connection between Naruto and his friends was cut. Sasuke tried to activate his Rinnegan. Nothing happened. Eon looked at them. Power comes from rules. I created those rules. Naruto clenched his fists. Then I'll fight without them. Naruto rushed forward. Eon stopped him with one finger. The impact sent Naruto across the battlefield. Kushina shouted, Naruto. Naruto stood again. He wiped the blood from his face. Eon looked surprised. You should be afraid. Naruto smiled. I've been afraid before. Quote, I still kept moving. Eon attacked again. Naruto dodged. For the first time, Eon looked irritated. You cannot defeat me. Naruto answered. I don't need to. He looked at Nico. I just need to give him time. Quote, Nico closed his eyes. The first energy began glowing. Eon immediately understood. No. He rushed toward Nico. Sasuke blocked him. Eon struck Sasuke away. Boruto attacked. Ren followed. Ika's chains wrapped around Eon's arm. Sora joined the fight. Even Yuna entered the battlefield. Eon released a massive wave of energy. Everyone was pushed back. Nico remained standing. The silver light around him became brighter. Eon shouted, Stop. Nico opened his eyes. I understand now. Eon froze. What? Nico looked at him. The first energy was never yours. Eon shook his head. I created it. Nico replied. You discovered it. Quote, there's a difference. Eon's expression changed. Nico continued. You tried to control it. That's why it rejected you. The first energy exploded. A silver wave passed through Aeon. He fell to his knees. For the first time, the first creator looked powerless. Naruto walked toward him. Aeon. Aeon looked up. Why are you still standing? Naruto smiled. Because my friends are. Behind him stood Sasuke, Kushina, Minato, Jiraiya, Boruto, Ren, Arata, Ika, Sora, Yuna and Nico. Aeon looked at them. So this is what you call power? Naruto nodded. Yes. Not control. Connection. Aeon slowly stood. The first energy began leaving his body. You have no idea what happens if I lose it. Quote. Naruto asked. What happens? Aeon looked toward the collapsing sky. The second reality will die. Nico stepped forward. Then I'll save it. Aeon looked at him. You cannot. Nico smiled. I don't have to do it alone. Quote. Nico raised his hand. Every person in the second reality raised theirs. The first energy spread through the entire world. The collapsing buildings stopped. The broken sky repaired itself. The ground became whole again. Aeon stared in disbelief. You shared it. Nico nodded. The first energy belongs to everyone. Aeon looked toward Naruto. You taught him that. Naruto smiled. I just showed him what I learned. Aeon lowered his head. For the first time, the first creator understood. His greatest mistake was believing that one person had to control everything. Suddenly, a dark crack appeared behind him. Aeon looked back. His expression changed. No. Naruto noticed. What is it? Aeon whispered. The thing I was created to stop. A gigantic black eye opened inside the crack. A voice echoed through the second reality. Aeon has failed. The first energy is free. Now we will take it ourselves. Aeon looked at Naruto. I need your help. Naruto stepped beside him. Then let's finish this together. The black eye opened completely. And something far older than Aeon entered the second reality. The being beyond Aeon. The black eye opened completely. The entire second reality fell silent. Even Aeon looked afraid. Naruto stood beside him. What is that thing? Aeon answered. I don't know its true name. Sasuke frowned. Then how did you fight it before? Aeon looked toward the darkness. I never fought it. I only kept it asleep. The black eye expanded. A massive figure emerged. It had no body. Only darkness surrounded by countless silver symbols. Nico stepped backward. The first energy is afraid. Naruto looked at him. Can you hear it? Nico nodded. It says one word. Naruto asked. What word? Nico whispered. Mother. Everyone became silent. Ika looked shocked. Mother. Aeon lowered his head. That is what we called it. Quote. Naruto stared at the creature. The mother of the first energy. Aeon nodded. It existed before me. It existed before the ancient ones. It existed before the first reality. The creature spoke. Aeon. Aeon stepped forward. You cannot have it. The creature answered. You were created to protect my energy. Instead, you gave it to humans. Aeon replied. Because humans understood something we never did. Quote. The creature looked at Naruto. What? Naruto answered. Choice. The creature became silent. Then the entire world began shaking. Choice creates suffering. Naruto shook his head. Choice also creates hope. Quote. The creature attacked. A wave of darkness covered the sky. Naruto, Sasuke and Aeon combined their powers. But the darkness pushed them back. Kushina's chains broke. Minato was thrown into the air. Boruto and Ren fell. Ika tried to seal the creature. The seal shattered instantly. Nico looked terrified. Naruto. Naruto turned. What? Nico pointed toward the darkness. I know how to stop it. Quote. Naruto asked. How? Nico answered. Not by fighting. He stepped forward. I have to return the first energy. Aeon immediately shook his head. No. If you return it, the creature will become complete. Quote. Nico replied. Exactly. Everyone looked at him. Sasuke understood. You want to give it what it wants. And then destroy its connection. Nico nodded. Naruto stepped forward. I'll help. Aeon looked at him. You could lose your life. Naruto smiled. I've heard that before. Kushina grabbed his hand. Then you're not going alone. Minato joined them. Sasuke stood beside Naruto. Everyone connected their chakra. Nico raised both hands. The first energy left his body. It flew toward the creature. The creature absorbed it. Its body became enormous. The sky turned completely black. The creature laughed. Finally, quote, Eon shouted. Now, Nico closed his eyes. The first energy suddenly reversed. Instead of connecting to the creature, it connected to every living being in the second reality. The creature screamed. What have you done? Nico opened his eyes. The first energy was never inside you. It was inside everyone. The creature began shrinking. Its darkness broke apart. Naruto stepped forward. You can't control something that belongs to everyone. Quote, the creature disappeared. The second reality became bright again. Eon fell to the ground. Nico rushed toward him. Are you okay? Eon smiled. For the first time, I am. Naruto looked toward the sky. The Ancient Ones appeared again. But they weren't attacking. They were watching. One of them spoke. The second reality has passed its final test. Naruto smiled. Then it's over. The Ancient One answered. No. Everyone looked up. Now the third reality has awakened. A massive golden portal appeared. Eon stared at it. His expression became serious. The third reality. Naruto asked. What is there? Quote. Eon looked at him. The place where every possible Naruto begins. The golden portal opened, and from inside came a familiar voice. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto stepped forward. Who are you? The voice answered. I am the first version of you. The portal opened completely, and Naruto saw himself standing on the other side. The first Naruto awakens. The golden portal opened completely. Naruto stared at the figure standing inside. It looked exactly like him. Same face, same eyes, same orange jacket, but there was one major difference. This Naruto had no scars. No memories of war, no memories of pain. He looked completely innocent. Naruto stepped forward. Who are you? The other Naruto smiled. I am the first version of you. Sasuke frowned. Then why don't you look like him? The first Naruto answered. Because I was created before pain existed. Quote. Naruto looked confused. Before pain. The first Naruto nodded. The third reality is where every possibility begins. Every Naruto you have met came from here. Nico stared at him. Then you're the source. Quote. The first Naruto smiled. Not exactly. He pointed toward Naruto. You are. Naruto froze. What? The first Naruto continued. The moment you chose to save the Forgotten Worlds, you became the origin of every future Naruto. Quote. Sasuke looked at Naruto. That doesn't make sense. The first Naruto replied. Reality doesn't need to make sense. It only needs a choice. Suddenly, thousands of portals opened around them. Each portal showed a different Naruto. A Naruto who became a villain. A Naruto who became a king. A Naruto who never met Sasuke. A Naruto who never lost anyone. A Naruto who lost everything. A Naruto who became the strongest shinobi. A Naruto who never learned to fight. Naruto stared at them. How many are there? The first Naruto answered. Unlimited. Naruto looked toward the portals. Then why did you bring me here? The first Naruto's smile disappeared. Because something is killing them. Suddenly, one portal turned completely black. The Naruto inside disappeared. Then another portal. Then another. Nico looked terrified. Something is erasing them. Quote. Eon stepped forward. That is impossible. The first Naruto looked at him. You were never supposed to know about it. Eon became serious. What is it? The first Naruto answered. The endless eraser. Quote. A black figure appeared between the portals. It had no face, no chakra, no memories, no identity. It simply erased everything it touched. Naruto looked at it. Why is it doing this? The first Naruto answered. Because it believes there should only be one Naruto. Naruto clenched his fist. Which one? The first Naruto looked directly at him. That is the problem. The endless eraser appeared behind Naruto. Sasuke shouted. Naruto. Naruto turned. The eraser touched his shoulder. For a moment, Naruto disappeared. Kushina screamed. Naruto. But Naruto returned seconds later. He looked at his hand. A small part of his memory was missing. I forgot something. Sasuke asked. What? Naruto shook his head. I don't know. The first Naruto stepped forward. That's how it begins. Naruto looked at him. Then we stop it. The first Naruto smiled. I was hoping you would say that. Thousands of Naruto variants appeared around them. All of them looked toward the endless eraser. Naruto stepped forward. Everyone. Today, nobody gets erased. The Naruto variants raised their hands. The third reality began glowing. The endless eraser released a massive wave. Naruto and every version of himself attacked together. For the first time, thousands of Narutos fought as one. The eraser began cracking, but suddenly, it stopped. A voice came from inside it. You still don't understand. The eraser opened its chest. Inside was a single glowing eye. Naruto froze. The eye looked exactly like his. The first Naruto whispered, "That is the original memory." Naruto asked, "Original memory of what?" The first Naruto answered, "The day Naruto was first created." The eye opened, and every reality suddenly went dark. The birth of Naruto. Every reality went dark. Naruto could hear only one sound. A heartbeat. Boom, boom, boom. Then a small light appeared. Naruto found himself standing in complete darkness. Sasuke was gone. Kushina was gone. Everyone had disappeared. Only the first Naruto remained beside him. Naruto looked around. Where are we? The first Naruto answered. Before reality. Naruto frowned. What does that mean? This is where the first memory was created. A bright light appeared ahead. Inside it, Naruto saw a woman. She was holding a newborn child. Naruto stared. That's me. The first Naruto nodded. Yes. The woman smiled at the baby. But something was strange. There was no Kushina, no Minato, no village, no chakra, only the woman and the child. Naruto asked, "Who is she?" The first Naruto replied, "Her name was Maya." Naruto stepped closer. Maya looked at the baby. "One day, you will create worlds." Quote, the baby began crying. Maya smiled. "But remember, never control them." Naruto looked at the first Naruto. She knew everything. Suddenly, the endless eraser appeared behind Maya. Naruto rushed forward. "Stop." The first Naruto held him back. "You cannot change this memory." The eraser touched Maya. She disappeared. Naruto shouted, "No." The baby remained. The eraser turned toward him. Then something unexpected happened. The baby opened its eyes. They were golden. The entire darkness began shaking. The first Naruto whispered. That's when it happened. What? The first choice. Quote, the baby reached toward the eraser. Instead of erasing the baby, the eraser stopped. The baby smiled. A massive wave of light spread across the darkness. The first reality appeared. Then the second. Then the third. Thousands of realities began forming. Naruto watched in disbelief. So my first choice created everything. The first Naruto nodded. But the eraser survived. Naruto looked at it. Why? The first Naruto answered. Because it was created from the one thing you rejected. What? Fear. The endless eraser suddenly turned toward Naruto. Its voice echoed. You created me. Naruto froze. The eraser continued. Every time you chose hope, I became stronger. Naruto clenched his fists. Then I'll choose hope again. The eraser attacked. Naruto raised his hand. But this time, he didn't use chakra. He used memory. Every person he had met appeared around him. Sasuke, Kushina, Minato, Jiraiya, Boruto, Nico, Ika, Eon, even the forgotten Narutos. Their memories connected. The eraser began breaking apart. No. Naruto stepped forward. You aren't my enemy. The eraser stopped. You are the part of me that was afraid. Naruto reached out. I accept you. The darkness disappeared. The missing memories returned. Suddenly, everyone appeared again. Sasuke looked at Naruto. What happened? Naruto smiled. I remembered everything. The first Naruto looked at him. Then you understand the truth. Naruto nodded. The worlds were never created by power. They were created by choices. The first Naruto smiled. And now you must make the final one. Naruto looked ahead. A final door appeared. Beyond it was complete darkness. A message appeared. One choice remains. Naruto stepped toward the door. Sasuke followed. Whatever is behind that door, we're facing it together. Naruto smiled. Of course. The door opened, and on the other side stood a figure Naruto never expected to see. Kushina. But this Kushina had black eyes. She looked at Naruto, and whispered, "You should never have been born. The mother of all realities." Naruto froze. The woman standing beyond the door looked exactly like Kushina. But her eyes were completely black. "You should never have been born." Naruto slowly stepped forward. "You're not my mother." Quote. The woman smiled. "Then why does your heart recognize me?" Naruto's expression changed. Sasuke immediately stood beside him. "Naruto, don't listen to her." The woman looked at Sasuke. "You are the one who always follows him." Quote. Sasuke raised his sword. "And you're the one who keeps pretending to be someone you're not." The woman's smile disappeared. The darkness around her began spreading. The first Naruto stepped forward. "Her name is Mara." Naruto looked at him. "Who is she?" The first Naruto answered. "She is the memory of the mother who never existed." Naruto stared at her. Mara looked at him. "I was supposed to be your mother." Quote. Naruto shook his head. "Kushina is my mother." Mara replied. "In your world." She raised her hand. Millions of realities appeared around them. In every reality, Naruto had a different mother. Some were Uzumaki. Some were ordinary humans. Some were warriors. Some were beings from other dimensions. Mara whispered. Every Naruto needed someone to love him. And every world created its own mother. Quote. Naruto looked at the endless realities. "Then why are you angry?" Mara's eyes filled with darkness. "Because I was the first." She pointed toward the first Naruto. "I was created before Kushina." Quote. "Before Ika. Before every other mother." Naruto asked. "Then what happened to you?" Mara looked down. "I was erased." Ika stepped forward. "You weren't erased." Mara looked at her. "You were separated from the first reality." Quote. Mara's expression changed. "Because you were dangerous." Ika nodded. "You wanted to control every Naruto through their memories." Mara smiled. "Because I loved them." Naruto shook his head. "Love doesn't mean control." Quote. Mara suddenly attacked. Black chains surrounded Naruto. Sasuke tried to cut them. They became stronger. Naruto struggled. Mara whispered, "Let me show you what real love looks like." The chains disappeared. Naruto suddenly found himself in Konoha. Kushina was there. Minato was there. Jiraiya was alive. Everyone he loved was together. Naruto smiled. For a moment, he wanted to stay. Then he noticed something. Nobody was moving freely. Everyone was frozen in the same peaceful moment. Naruto looked at Mara. "You still don't understand." Mara asked. "What?" Naruto answered. "This isn't love. This is fear of losing someone." Quote. Mara became silent. Naruto continued. "Everyone I love will eventually change. Some may leave. Some may die. But that doesn't make the memories meaningless." Mara's black eyes began turning blue. Kushina appeared beside Naruto. She placed a hand on his shoulder. "That's what being a mother means." Mara looked at Kushina. "You took my place." Kushina shook her head. "No, I became his mother because he chose me." Quote. Naruto looked at both of them. "I don't have to choose." Mara stared at him. "What?" Naruto smiled. "You can exist too." The darkness around Mara began disappearing. She looked confused. "You would allow me to live?" Quote. Naruto nodded. "Every world deserves a choice." Mara began crying. For the first time, she looked peaceful. But suddenly, the final door behind them began closing. The first Naruto looked worried. "Something is wrong," Sasuke asked. "What?" The first Naruto pointed toward the darkness. "The final choice has already been made." Naruto turned. "By whom?" A deep voice answered from beyond the door. "By you." Naruto froze. A glowing version of Naruto appeared in the darkness. It looked exactly like him. But this version was wearing the Guardian cloak. The first Naruto whispered. "The final Naruto." Quote. The figure smiled. "I am the Naruto who exists after every story ends." Naruto stared at him. "What do you want?" The final Naruto answered. "To decide whether any story should continue." The door slammed shut, and every reality suddenly stopped moving. The final Naruto. Every reality stopped. The wind froze. The rivers stopped flowing. People stood motionless. Even time itself had disappeared. Only Naruto, Sasuke, Nico, Ika, Kushina, Minato and the final Naruto could move. Naruto looked around. What did you do? The final Naruto answered. I ended time. Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. Why? The final Naruto looked at him. Because every story eventually creates another story. Quote, and another, until reality becomes nothing but endless conflict. Naruto stepped forward. Then you want to end everything. The final Naruto nodded. Yes. Naruto shook his head. You can't decide that for everyone. The final Naruto smiled. That is exactly what you have been doing. Naruto frowned. What? You connected the worlds. You changed the destinies. You gave forgotten people new lives. Quote, you decided that every world deserved to exist. Naruto remained silent. The final Naruto continued. You call it freedom, but you still made the choice. Sasuke looked at Naruto. He has a point. Quote, Naruto nodded. Maybe he does. The final Naruto looked surprised. Naruto continued. I can't control every future. I can't save everyone. And I shouldn't. The final Naruto smiled. Then you understand. Quote, Naruto shook his head. No, I understand something else. What? Naruto looked toward the frozen worlds. People should decide their own future. The final Naruto's expression hardened. Then prove it. Quote, he raised his hand. Every reality appeared before Naruto. He could see everything. Every war, every happiness, every possible death, every possible future. The final Naruto spoke. Choose. Save one reality, or save them all and control their future. Naruto looked at Sasuke. Sasuke said nothing. Kushina stepped forward. Naruto. Naruto looked at her. Don't choose for them. Naruto smiled. He turned toward the final Naruto. I choose neither. The final Naruto frowned. Then what do you choose? Naruto raised his hand. I give the choice back. The guardian mark appeared across every reality. Every person suddenly gained awareness. They could see their possible futures. They could see their mistakes. They could see their victories. But nobody was forced to follow any path. The final Naruto stared in disbelief. You broke the system. Naruto smiled. No, I removed the system. The frozen worlds began moving again. Time returned. The final Naruto began disappearing. Naruto stepped closer. Where are you going? Quote, the final Naruto smiled. Back where I belong. Where? The final Naruto pointed toward Naruto. Inside every choice you make. He disappeared. The final door opened. Beyond it was nothing but peaceful light. Ika looked at Naruto. The cycle is finally broken. Nico smiled. So there is no more guardian. Naruto looked at his hand. The guardian mark slowly disappeared. No, there doesn't need to be. Quote, Sasuke smiled. Finally. Naruto laughed. Finally. The worlds began separating. No council. No guardians. No ancient ones. No chosen destiny. Every reality became independent. But they could still communicate when they wanted. Kushina hugged Naruto. Minato smiled. Boruto looked toward the sky. So what happens now? Naruto looked at Konoha. Now we live. Everyone smiled. The sun rose over the village. For the first time, Naruto wasn't a guardian. He wasn't a hero chosen by destiny. He was simply Naruto Uzumaki. A son, a father, a friend, a shinobi, and someone who finally had the freedom to choose his own future. But far beyond the last reality, one tiny blue light appeared. A voice whispered, every ending creates a beginning. The light disappeared, and this time, Naruto did not follow it. He simply smiled. The end. The story after the end. 3 years passed after the final battle. Konoha was peaceful. Naruto was no longer a guardian. He spent his days with his family, trained young shinobi, and helped rebuild connections between the worlds. One evening, Naruto stood on the Hokage monument with Sasuke. Sasuke looked at him. You know, for someone who said the story was over, you still look like you're waiting for something. Naruto laughed. Maybe I'm just enjoying the peace. Suddenly, Boruto ran toward them. Naruto. Naruto turned. What happened? Boruto pointed toward the village. Someone just arrived. Naruto and Sasuke jumped down. At the village gate stood a young girl. She had silver hair, blue eyes, and an unfamiliar symbol on her forehead. Konoha's shinobi surrounded her. Naruto walked forward. "Who are you?" The girl looked at him. "My name is Era. Where are you from?" She pointed toward the sky. "From a world that doesn't exist." Quote, Naruto's expression changed. Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. There are no dimensional traces around her. Era smiled. "Because my world was created after the Guardian system ended." Naruto stepped closer. "How did you get here?" Era looked at him. "Someone sent me." "Who?" Era's expression became serious. "The final Naruto." Naruto froze. Sasuke immediately reached for his sword. "That's impossible." Quote, Era shook her head. "He isn't dead. He changed." Naruto asked, "Where is he?" Era looked toward the horizon. "Beyond the worlds." Naruto frowned. "Why did he send you?" Era handed Naruto a small blue crystal. The moment Naruto touched it, a voice echoed through his mind. "Naruto Uzumaki, you believed you ended the cycle. You were wrong." Naruto looked at Sasuke. The crystal showed an enormous structure floating outside reality. Thousands of doors surrounded it. Era whispered, "This is the World Archive." Naruto asked, "What is inside?" Era answered, "Every story that was never finished." Naruto stared at the crystal. Sasuke looked serious. "If that's true, then there could be endless unfinished realities." Era nodded. "And something is waking them." Naruto looked at the sky. "Who?" Era whispered, "The stories that were abandoned." Quote, Suddenly, thousands of blue lights appeared above Konoha. Each light contained a different voice. Some were heroes. Some were villains. Some were people Naruto had never met. Then one voice became louder than the others. "Naruto." Naruto looked upward. The voice continued, "You gave every world freedom. Now we want ours." The blue lights began falling toward Konoha. Naruto activated Sage Mode. Sasuke drew his sword. Era smiled. "Are you ready?" Naruto looked at the sky. He smiled. "I thought I was retired." Sasuke laughed. "You're terrible at retirement." Naruto stepped forward. "All right, one more time." Quote, the first blue light struck the ground. A massive portal opened, and from inside stepped a Naruto wearing a black cloak. He looked at the real Naruto. Then smiled. "Let's see which Naruto deserves to lead the next era." Quote, the Naruto who chose darkness. The black-cloaked Naruto stepped through the portal. Konoha fell silent. Naruto stared at him. "You look like me." The stranger smiled. "I am you." Sasuke raised his sword. "Which version?" The stranger answered. "The version who stopped believing in hope." Naruto stepped forward. "What happened to your world?" The stranger looked toward the village. "Everything. My parents died." Quote, "My friends betrayed me. My village was destroyed. I saved everyone, but nobody saved me." Naruto's expression became serious. "Then why are you here?" The dark Naruto pointed toward the blue lights above Konoha. "We were abandoned. We were unfinished stories. We were versions of Naruto that never got a chance to choose." Era stepped forward. "And what do you want?" The dark Naruto answered, "One world." Quote, "One reality. One Naruto." Naruto shook his head. "No." The dark Naruto smiled. "I knew you would say that." He raised his hand. Hundreds of portals opened. Naruto variants stepped through them. A Naruto with red eyes. A Naruto wearing an Akatsuki cloak. A Naruto with a broken Hokage hat. A Naruto carrying a black sword. A Naruto surrounded by dark chakra. Sasuke looked around. "How many are there?" Quote, Era answered, "Thousands." The dark Naruto looked at Naruto. "These are the stories you abandoned." Naruto looked at them. "I didn't abandon you. You never knew we existed." The dark Naruto's expression hardened. "That is worse." He attacked. Naruto blocked his punch. The impact destroyed the ground beneath them. Sasuke joined the fight. The dark Naruto moved incredibly fast. He kicked Sasuke backward. Naruto rushed forward with a Rasengan. The dark Naruto caught it. "You still use the same techniques." Naruto smiled. "Then I'll make a new one." Naruto's chakra changed. The Rasengan became transparent. Era stared. "That's impossible." Quote, Naruto launched it. The dark Naruto blocked the attack. But instead of exploding, The technique absorbed his dark chakra. The dark Naruto stepped backward. What is this? Naruto answered. Choice release. Quote, it doesn't destroy your power. It gives you the choice to use it differently. The dark Naruto looked at his hands. For the first time, his dark chakra began disappearing. But suddenly, the world archive appeared above Konoha. Every door opened. A voice echoed from inside. Stop. Everyone froze. The dark Naruto looked up. No. Era became terrified. The archive has awakened. Naruto looked at her. What does that mean? Quote, Era pointed toward the doors. It means every unfinished story is coming out. Thousands of characters appeared across the sky. Heroes, villains, shinobi, monsters, people from worlds that never existed. The entire sky filled with them. Then a massive figure appeared above the archive. It wore a white cloak. Its face was hidden. The figure spoke. You wanted your stories. Now you will receive them. Quote, Naruto looked up. Who are you? The figure slowly removed its hood. Naruto's eyes widened. It had his face, but this time, there was no emotion in its eyes. Era whispered. The archive itself. Quote, the figure looked at Naruto. I am the story that writes all stories. Naruto clenched his fist. Then I guess it's time to rewrite yours. The archive smiled. Try. The entire sky turned white. And every unfinished story began at the same time. The archive wore. The sky turned completely white. Thousands of unfinished stories opened at once. Konoha was surrounded by portals. From each portal came a different world. Naruto looked around. We can't fight all of them. Sasuke replied. Then we don't. Naruto looked at him. Sasuke pointed toward the archive. We fight the one controlling them. Era nodded. The archive is using every unfinished story as a weapon. Quote, Naruto looked at the dark Naruto. Are you with us? The dark Naruto hesitated. Then he removed his black cloak. I'm done fighting myself. Naruto smiled. Good. The battle began. Thousands of warriors rushed toward Konoha. Naruto created hundreds of shadow clones. Sasuke opened dimensional portals. Era used silver energy to redirect attacks. The dark Naruto fought beside them. For the first time, different versions of Naruto fought as allies. But the archive remained untouched. Its voice echoed across the sky. You cannot defeat a story. Naruto looked up. Maybe not, but I can change it. Naruto closed his eyes. He remembered everything. Kushina, Minato, Jiraiya, Sasuke, Boruto, Nico, Ika, Eon, the forgotten Narutos. Every choice, every mistake, every victory. The guardian mark briefly appeared on his hand. But Naruto didn't use its power. Instead, he connected his memories to everyone around him. A golden light spread across the battlefield. Every unfinished character suddenly remembered why their stories had been created. The villains remembered the dreams. The heroes remembered their hopes. The lost remembered their families. The abandoned remembered the names. The battlefield became silent. The archive began shaking. No. Naruto opened his eyes. You can't control people who know their own stories. The archive's body began cracking. Era shouted. It's losing control. The archive released its strongest attack. A giant white beam descended toward Konoha. Naruto and Sasuke stood together. The dark Naruto joined them. Era raised her hands. Everyone released their power. The beam stopped. Naruto shouted. Everyone. Thousands of Naruto variants answered. Together, their combined energy pushed the beam back. The archive screamed. You are destroying the stories. Naruto replied. No, we are giving them endings. The archive cracked completely. Its white body shattered into millions of pages of light. The portals began closing. One by one, the unfinished stories returned to their own worlds. The dark Naruto looked at Naruto. What happens to us now? Quote, Naruto smiled. You write your own future. The dark Naruto nodded. Then he entered his portal. Era looked at Naruto. Are you coming? Naruto looked at Konoha. Not yet. Era smiled. I knew you'd say that. Quote, she entered the portal. The sky finally became normal. Sasuke looked at Naruto. Is it really over? Naruto laughed. Don't ask that. Sasuke smiled. Fair enough. Suddenly, One final page floated down from the sky. Naruto caught it. There was only one sentence written on it. The archive was not the author. Naruto's expression changed. Sasuke looked at the page. Then who was? The page turned black. A final message appeared. The author is still watching. Naruto looked toward the stars. For the first time, even he had no answer. Somewhere beyond every reality, a mysterious figure opened a book and turned to the next page. The author beyond reality. The mysterious figure turned the page. Across every reality, the stars suddenly disappeared. Naruto looked toward the sky. Something changed. Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. I can't see anything. Naruto frowned. Neither can I. Eren suddenly appeared through a portal. Her face was pale. Naruto, we have a problem. Naruto turned. What happened? Eren held up the black page. The archive wasn't controlling the unfinished stories. Naruto looked at the page. Then who was? Eren whispered. The author. Sasuke asked. Where is this author? Eren pointed upward. Outside reality. Quote. Naruto looked confused. There's something outside reality. Eren nodded. Everything we've seen so far exists inside the story. The author exists outside it. Suddenly, the black page began glowing. A sentence appeared. Naruto Uzumaki, you have changed the story too many times. Naruto stared at the message. Another sentence appeared. Now I will change you. Naruto's body suddenly froze. Sasuke shouted. Naruto. Naruto tried to move. Nothing happened. His memories began disappearing. First, he forgot the fourth great ninja war. Then he forgot Jiraiya. Then Sasuke. Then Kushina. Naruto's eyes widened. No. Sasuke grabbed his shoulder. Naruto, remember me. Naruto looked at him. For a moment, he couldn't remember his name. Then Sasuke said, I'm Sasuke. Naruto's eyes slowly returned to normal. Sasuke. The memory came back. Naruto smiled. You're my best friend. Sasuke smiled. Exactly. The black page began burning. Eren shouted. The author is rewriting his memories. Naruto clenched his fist. Then I'll remember without memories. Sasuke looked confused. How? Naruto pointed toward his heart. Because some things aren't written in a book. Suddenly, everyone Naruto had ever loved appeared around him. Not as memories, as real connections. Kushina, Minato, Sasuke, Jiraiya, Boruto, Nico, Ika, Eon, the forgotten Narutos. They all stood together. The black page cracked. A voice echoed across reality. You cannot defeat me. Naruto looked toward the sky. Maybe, but you made one mistake. The voice asked. What mistake? Naruto smiled. You thought I was the main character. He looked at everyone around him. I'm not. We all are. Golden light spread across every reality. The author's book suddenly began closing. The mysterious figure stood up. For the first time, fear appeared in its eyes. No. Naruto's voice echoed across every world. Everyone gets to write their own story. The book shattered. Reality became completely silent. Then a new world appeared. A world with no predetermined story. No author. No guardian. No chosen one. Just people making choices. Naruto looked at the new world. Sasuke asked, do you think it's finally finished? Naruto smiled. No. Sasuke sighed. Of course. Naruto laughed. But this time, that's a good thing. Quote, because the story no longer belonged to one person. It belonged to everyone. And somewhere in the distance, a blank page appeared. No words were written on it. Naruto looked at it, then smiled. Let's see what happens next. The blank page. The blank page floated silently above Konoha. No words, no prophecy, no instructions. For the first time, the future belonged entirely to the people living it. Naruto looked at the page. I thought we destroyed the author. Sasuke stood beside him. We destroyed the one who wanted to control the story. Naruto frowned. Then why is this still here? Eren stepped forward. Because the blank page isn't an enemy. Naruto looked at her. Then what is it? Eren smiled. A beginning. Suddenly, the page moved toward Naruto. It touched his hand. Nothing happened. Then a single sentence appeared. Write your first choice. Naruto stared at it. Sasuke asked, What are you going to write? Naruto thought for a moment. Then he smiled. I don't want to write anything. Sasuke raised an eyebrow. Why? Because if I write the future, I'm controlling it again. Eren smiled. Exactly. Naruto let the page fall. But before it reached the ground, thousands of other blank pages appeared across the sky. One landed in Sasuke's hand. Another landed in Kushina's. Another in Boruto's. Another in Nico's. Soon, every person in Konoha held one. Each person could write their own future. Naruto looked around. This is different. Sasuke nodded. No one knows what happens next. Naruto laughed. That's the best part. Suddenly, Nico looked at his page. There was already something written on it. His expression changed. Nico. He slowly turned the page toward Naruto. 3 words were written. I remember him. Naruto frowned. Who? Nico pointed toward the sky. A single black star appeared. Naruto's smile disappeared. That's impossible. Ion appeared through a portal. His face was serious. I know that star. Sasuke asked. What is it? Ion answered. The first thing that existed before the first energy. Naruto clenched his fist. We defeated the Ancient Ones. Yes. The first creator. Yes. The archive. Yes. The author. Ion nodded. Then what's left? Ion looked toward the black star. The origin. The star suddenly expanded. A voice echoed across every reality. You have been searching for the beginning. But you never asked who created the beginning. Naruto looked up. The sky began turning black. A massive silhouette appeared beyond the stars. It had no face, no body, only 2 glowing eyes. Nico dropped his blank page. It remembers me. Naruto stepped toward him. Who is it? Nico whispered. The one who gave me the first energy. Naruto's eyes widened. But I thought Ion created it. Ion shook his head. I only discovered it. The silhouette spoke again. Ion was never the creator. The Ancient Ones were never the first. The author was never outside the story. Quote, Naruto looked toward the sky. Then who are you? The answer shook every reality. I am the origin. The black star exploded. Every blank page disappeared. And suddenly, Naruto heard a voice inside his mind. A voice he recognized. His own voice. Naruto, wake up. Naruto opened his eyes. He was no longer in Konoha. He was standing in a completely unknown place. Sasuke was gone. Kushina was gone. Everyone was gone. Only one person stood in front of him. A younger version of Naruto. The boy smiled. We need to talk. The boy before Naruto. Naruto stared at the younger version of himself. He looked about 8 years old. But his eyes were different. They contained memories Naruto had never experienced. Naruto slowly approached him. Who are you? The boy smiled. You already know. Naruto shook his head. No. The boy replied. I'm the Naruto who existed before you. Naruto froze. Before me. The boy nodded. Before the first Naruto. Before the first reality. Before the first energy. Naruto looked around. Then where are we? Quote. The boy pointed toward the darkness. The place where every story begins. Naruto looked at his hands. My chakra is gone. Of course. Why? Because chakra didn't exist here. Naruto looked at the boy. Then what does? The boy smiled. Choices. Suddenly, millions of lights appeared around them. Each light contained a different possibility. Naruto saw himself becoming Hokage. Another showed him becoming an enemy. Another showed him living peacefully. Another showed him never becoming a shinobi. The boy said, every choice creates a path. Naruto asked, then who created all these paths? The boy looked at him. You did. Naruto frowned. How? Every Naruto you met made a choice. Those choices created new realities. Naruto understood. So the origin isn't creating them. The boy shook his head. No. Quote. It only watches. Naruto looked toward the darkness. Then why is it attacking us? The boy's expression became serious. Because you changed the rule. What rule? The boy pointed at Naruto's chest. You taught every reality that it could choose. Naruto nodded. That's a good thing. The boy replied. Not for the origin. Naruto frowned. Why? Because if everyone can choose, the origin loses control. Quote. Naruto clenched his fist. So that's what this is about. The boy nodded. The origin wants one perfect reality. Naruto shook his head. There is no perfect reality. The boy smiled. Exactly. Quote, suddenly, the darkness moved. A giant eye opened. The origin appeared. You understand now. Naruto stepped forward. Yes. Then accept the perfect world. Naruto shook his head. No, you can have everyone you lost. Quote, Naruto froze. The origin showed him Jiraiya, Neji, Minato, countless people who had died. Naruto's eyes became emotional. You can bring them back. Yes. Naruto looked at Jiraiya. For a moment, he wanted to accept. Then Jiraiya smiled. Naruto. Naruto looked at him. Jiraiya said, don't choose a world just because you're afraid of losing someone. Naruto closed his eyes. A tear rolled down his face. Thank you, pervy sage. Quote, the illusion disappeared. Naruto opened his eyes. I choose reality. The origin became silent. Then the boy beside Naruto stepped forward. Then I'll choose too. Naruto looked at him. What will you choose? Quote, the boy smiled. To become you. A golden light surrounded him. The boy disappeared. Naruto felt something enter his heart. A new memory. His first memory. The memory of choosing to continue. The origin screamed. No. Reality began collapsing. Naruto stood alone. But this time, he wasn't afraid. He raised his hand. Every reality answered. Sasuke, Kushina, Minato, Nico, Era, Ika, Eon. The forgotten Narutos. Everyone appeared. Naruto smiled. You wanted one perfect reality. Instead, you created something better. The origin asked. What? Naruto answered. A reality where everyone can choose. Quote, the origin began breaking apart. But before it disappeared, it whispered. Then you must accept the final consequence. Naruto frowned. What consequence? The origin smiled. If everyone can choose their future, you no longer control your own. Quote, Naruto looked at his friends. Then smiled. That's the point. The origin disappeared. The darkness vanished. Konoha returned. Everyone was safe. Naruto looked toward the sunrise. For the first time, he didn't know what tomorrow would bring. And he loved it. But Nico suddenly looked toward the sky. A single white feather was falling. He caught it. On the feather was one final message. Someone chose a future where Naruto never existed. Quote, Nico looked at Naruto. Who would choose that? Naruto looked toward the horizon. I don't know. A dark portal opened, and from inside came a voice. I did. The world without Naruto. The dark portal remained open. Everyone in Konoha became silent. Naruto stepped forward. Who are you? A figure slowly emerged from the portal. It wore a long black cloak. Its face was hidden. The voice came again. I am the one who chose a world without Naruto. Quote, Sasuke tightened his grip on his sword. Why? The figure removed its hood. Naruto's eyes widened. It was Sasuke, but not the Sasuke standing beside him. This Sasuke had older eyes and a scar across his face. Naruto whispered, another Sasuke. The alternate Sasuke looked at him. In my world, you never existed. Naruto asked, what happened? The alternate Sasuke answered, my clan survived. Everyone froze. Sasuke stepped forward. My clan. Yes. Your parents. Alive. Your brother. Alive. Sasuke stared at his alternate self. Then why do you look like this? The alternate Sasuke looked at Naruto. Because without Naruto, I became someone else. Naruto remained silent. The alternate Sasuke continued. I never had a reason to leave the darkness. I never learned friendship. I never learned forgiveness. Quote, I became the strongest shinobi in my world. But I was completely alone. Naruto stepped closer. Then why come here? The alternate Sasuke raised the white feather. Because I discovered the truth. Quote, what truth? Your existence changed every reality. He looked toward the sky. Where Naruto exists, people make different choices. Where Naruto doesn't exist, other choices become possible. Naruto frowned. So you want to erase me? The alternate Sasuke shook his head. No, I want you to see my world. A portal opened behind him. Naruto looked at Sasuke. Sasuke nodded. We go together. Quote, They entered the portal. On the other side stood a completely different Konoha. The village was enormous. The Uchiha clan symbol appeared everywhere. There was no Hokage monument showing Naruto. Instead, the monument showed Sasuke. Naruto looked around. This place is peaceful. The alternate Sasuke nodded. That's what everyone thinks. Suddenly, a little girl ran toward them. Lord Sasuke. Quote, the alternate Sasuke smiled. The girl stopped when she saw Naruto. She stared at him. Who is he? The alternate Sasuke answered. Someone from another world. The girl looked at Naruto. You look familiar. Quote, Naruto smiled. Maybe you've seen someone like me. The girl shook her head. No, I've seen you. Naruto froze. Where? She pointed toward the village library. There, inside the library was an ancient painting. It showed Naruto standing beside Sasuke. But the painting was crossed out with black ink. Underneath it were 3 words. The Lost Brother. Sasuke stared at the painting. Why is Naruto in our history? Quote, the alternate Sasuke became serious. Because this world remembers him. Naruto touched the painting. The moment he did, the entire village shook. A hidden seal appeared beneath the floor. The alternate Sasuke's expression changed. No, Naruto asked. What? He answered. That seal was supposed to remain hidden forever. The floor opened. A staircase appeared beneath the library. From the darkness came a familiar voice. Naruto Uzumaki. Quote, Naruto looked down. Who is there? The voice answered. Someone who remembers the Naruto that this world erased. Naruto stepped toward the staircase. Sasuke followed. The alternate Sasuke warned them. Whatever you find below, don't wake him. Naruto stopped. Wake who? The alternate Sasuke looked terrified. The Naruto of this world. Suddenly, 2 golden eyes opened in the darkness. And a voice whispered, I have been waiting for you. The Naruto who was erased. 2 golden eyes opened beneath the library. Naruto stood at the top of the stairs. That's impossible. The alternate Sasuke shook his head. No, he was real. Sasuke looked at him. Then why was he erased? The alternate Sasuke answered. Because this world couldn't handle 2 destinies. Naruto slowly descended the stairs. The chamber below was enormous. At its center stood a sealed glass chamber. Inside was another Naruto. He looked younger. His body was covered with ancient sealing marks. Naruto stared at him. Why does he look like me? The alternate Sasuke replied. Because he is the Naruto who belonged to this reality. Naruto stepped closer. The sealed Naruto opened his eyes. He looked directly at him. You came. Naruto touched the glass. Who are you? The sealed Naruto smiled. I am Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke asked. Then why were you sealed? The sealed Naruto looked toward the alternate Sasuke. Because he was afraid. The alternate Sasuke became angry. Don't blame me. You asked me to erase your memories. The chamber became silent. Naruto turned toward the alternate Sasuke. You erased your own memories. The alternate Sasuke nodded. I couldn't accept what happened. Quote, what happened? He looked at the sealed Naruto. Naruto became the strongest person in this reality. But his power began destroying the world. Naruto looked shocked. Why? The sealed Naruto answered. Because I tried to save everyone. Naruto became silent. The sealed Naruto continued. I created peace. I removed hatred. I removed war. I removed pain. But I also removed choice. Naruto remembered the first Naruto. The same mistake. You became like the creator. The sealed Naruto nodded. Exactly. Sasuke looked at him. Then why are you still alive? The sealed Naruto smiled. Because Sasuke sealed me before I could destroy everything. Quote, the alternate Sasuke lowered his head. I couldn't kill him. Naruto looked at the sealed version. Then why did you call me here? The sealed Naruto answered. Because I want to finish what I started. Quote, Naruto raised his guard. What? The sealed Naruto smiled. I want to give this world its freedom. The ancient seals suddenly broke. The chamber shook. The sealed Naruto stepped outside. His chakra exploded across the village. People began waking from illusions. The peaceful Konoha started changing. The Uchiha monuments cracked. The hidden history returned. People remembered Naruto. They remembered the wars. They remembered the choices that had been erased. The alternate Sasuke watched in shock. I erased all of this. Naruto placed a hand on his shoulder. You were trying to protect everyone. The alternate Sasuke looked at him. I failed. Naruto smiled. No, you finally chose to remember. Suddenly, the sealed Naruto looked toward the sky. A black crack appeared. The same symbol that had appeared across the other realities returned. Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. Not again. Naruto asked. What is it? The sealed Naruto answered. The consequence of my mistake. The crack opened. A massive shadow emerged. It looked like Naruto, but its body was made entirely of broken memories. The sealed Naruto stepped forward. I created that. Naruto asked. What is it? The sealed Naruto answered. The Naruto who exists without a heart. The creature looked at Naruto. Then it smiled. You took everything from me. Naruto frowned. I don't know you. The creature replied. You will. It raised its hand. Every Naruto memory in the world began disappearing. The sealed Naruto looked at the real Naruto. Now you understand why I called you. Naruto activated Sage Mode. Then let's end this together. The sealed Naruto smiled. For the first time, I agree. Two Narutos stood side by side. And for the first time, the world without Naruto finally had its Naruto back. The Naruto without a heart. The creature hovered above the village. Its body was made of broken memories. The real Naruto stood beside the sealed Naruto. Sasuke raised his sword. How do we defeat something that has no heart? Quote, the sealed Naruto answered. We don't. Naruto looked at him. Then what do? We give it one. The creature suddenly attacked. A wave of black memories swept across Konoha. Naruto created shadow clones. Sasuke opened a portal. The sealed Naruto released golden chakra. Together, they stopped the attack. But the creature kept moving. It looked at Naruto. You stole my future. Naruto shook his head. I never even knew you existed. Exactly. The creature's voice became louder. Everyone forgot me. The sealed Naruto stepped forward. I didn't. The creature stopped. You remember me? Yes. Quote, you sealed me. Because I was afraid. The creature looked at him. Then why did you come back? The sealed Naruto smiled. Because I finally understood. Being afraid of your mistakes doesn't erase them. Quote, the creature began shaking. Its broken memories started changing. It remembered being a child. It remembered laughing. It remembered meeting Sasuke. It remembered standing beneath the Hokage monument. Then it remembered the moment everything went wrong. The creature screamed. I don't want to remember. Naruto stepped closer. I know. The creature attacked him. Naruto didn't move. The black energy struck him. Sasuke shouted, Naruto. But Naruto remained standing. The creature whispered, why didn't you defend yourself? Naruto answered, because you don't need another enemy. The creature stared at him. Naruto continued, you need someone to remember you. The creature's body began cracking. The sealed Naruto placed his hand on its shoulder. You are not my mistake. You are my responsibility. The creature slowly changed. The broken memories became golden light. Its body became human. A young Naruto stood before them. He looked confused. Am I alive? Naruto smiled. Yes. The young Naruto looked at Sasuke. Who are you? Sasuke smiled slightly. Someone who has known a Naruto before. The young Naruto laughed. Then I guess I'm lucky. Suddenly, the sky began turning white. The alternate Sasuke looked upward. What's happening? The sealed Naruto answered. The reality is healing. Buildings returned. The erased memories returned. People remembered both versions of Naruto. The world no longer needed to choose between them. The young Naruto looked at the real Naruto. What happens now? Naruto replied. You decide. The young Naruto smiled. I want to become Hokage. Naruto laughed. Good choice. Sasuke looked at the alternate Sasuke. And you? The alternate Sasuke looked toward his village. I'll protect it. Naruto smiled. Then we have work to do. Suddenly, the white feather returned. But this time, it didn't contain a warning. It contained a single sentence. The worlds have accepted their forgotten children. Error appeared through a portal. It's finally stable. Naruto looked at her. Then we're done. Era smiled. Maybe. Quote. Naruto sighed. Don't say maybe. Everyone laughed. But then the feather turned black. A new sentence appeared. One world still refuses to accept Naruto. Naruto's smile disappeared. Sasuke looked at him. Which world? The feather pointed toward the sky. A portal opened. Beyond it was a completely empty world. No people, no villages, no stars, only a single throne. And sitting on that throne was a familiar figure. Naruto stared. That's me. The figure opened its eyes. Come closer. Naruto stepped toward the portal. The figure smiled. I am the Naruto who was never saved. The portal suddenly closed behind Naruto. Sasuke shouted. Naruto. The new world disappeared. And Naruto was completely alone. The Naruto who was never saved. Naruto stood alone in the empty world. No village, no people, no sky, only darkness and a single throne. The Naruto sitting on it slowly stood. You finally came. Naruto looked around. Where is everyone? The other Naruto smiled. There was never anyone here. Naruto frowned. Then who are you? The other Naruto stepped down from the throne. I am the Naruto who was never saved. Naruto stared at him. What happened to you? The other Naruto answered. Nothing. That's the problem. He pointed toward the empty world. I never met Iruka. I never met Team 7. I never met Sasuke. I never met Sakura. I never met Jiraiya. I never became Hokage. I never had anyone. Naruto remained silent. The other Naruto continued. I survived. But I never lived. Naruto slowly walked toward him. You don't have to stay alone. The other Naruto laughed. That's what everyone says. Then they leave. Naruto shook his head. I'm not leaving. The other Naruto's expression changed. You don't understand. I have waited longer than any Naruto. I watched every reality appear. I watched every Naruto find someone. And I watched them forget me. Quote. Naruto looked into his eyes. I remember you now. The other Naruto froze. What? Naruto smiled. I don't know your entire story. But I know you exist. The empty world began shaking. The throne cracked. The other Naruto looked terrified. No, Naruto asked. What? If you remember me, this world will disappear. Naruto stepped forward. Then we'll build another. The other Naruto shook his head. That's impossible. Naruto replied. I've heard that before. Suddenly, the sky opened. Sasuke's voice echoed from above. Naruto. Naruto looked up. A portal appeared. Sasuke, Era, Nico and the others were standing inside. Sasuke shouted. We found you. The other Naruto stared at them. You came for him. Sasuke answered. Of course. The other Naruto looked away. Why? Sasuke replied. Because he's our friend. Quote. The other Naruto whispered. Friend. He repeated the word as if he had never heard it before. Nico stepped forward. You can have friends too. The other Naruto looked at him. Can I? Nico smiled. Yes. The empty world began changing. Grass appeared, then trees, then mountains, then a blue sky. The throne disappeared. A small village appeared in the distance. The other Naruto watched in disbelief. What is this? Naruto smiled. A beginning. The other Naruto looked at him. What should I call this place? Naruto thought for a moment. You choose. The other Naruto smiled. I'll call it New Dawn. Quote. Everyone smiled. But suddenly, the ground beneath New Dawn began glowing. A strange symbol appeared. Era's expression changed. That's not from this world. Eon appeared through a portal. He looked at the symbol. Everyone stepped back. Naruto asked. What is it? Eon answered. The Origin's final seal. Naruto stared at him. You said the Origin was gone. Eon shook his head. I said it disappeared. That's different. Quote. The symbol opened like an eye. A deep voice echoed. You have saved the Naruto who was never saved. Naruto raised his guard. Who are you? The voice answered. Now save the world that was never created. Quote. A massive portal appeared. Beyond it was complete darkness. Then thousands of stars began appearing inside. Era whispered. That's not a world. Naruto looked at the portal. Then what is it? Eon answered. It's the place where worlds are born. Naruto stepped forward. Then that's where we're going. Sasuke smiled. Of course. Naruto looked at the others. Everyone ready? They nodded. The portal opened completely, and somewhere inside the darkness, a new voice whispered. Welcome, Naruto Uzumaki. You are finally at the beginning. The world before worlds. Naruto stepped through the portal. The moment he entered, everything became silent. There was no ground, no sky, no time, only thousands of glowing spheres floating in darkness. Each sphere contained a tiny world. Sasuke looked around. Are those planets? Ion shook his head. No, they are possibilities. Naruto stared at them. Every sphere is a world that could exist. Era pointed toward the center. Then what's that? A massive golden sphere floated in the middle of everything. Unlike the others, it wasn't moving. Ion became serious. That is the origin seed. Naruto asked. What does it do? It creates the first choice for every new reality. Suddenly, Nico stepped forward. I can hear something. Naruto looked at him. What? Nico closed his eyes. Someone is trapped inside. The golden sphere began cracking. A voice echoed from within. Naruto. Naruto froze. That voice. Quote. Sasuke looked at him. You recognize it? Naruto nodded. It's my voice. The sphere cracked again. A small figure appeared inside. It was a young Naruto. But unlike every other version they had encountered, this child had completely white eyes. Ion stepped backward. No. Naruto asked. What is it? Ion whispered. The first possibility. The child looked at Naruto. I've been waiting for you. Naruto approached carefully. Why? The child answered. Because every Naruto you have met came after me. Naruto frowned. Then what happened to you? The child looked down. I was never allowed to choose. Era asked. Who stopped you? The child pointed toward the darkness. The origin. Suddenly, the entire void shook. Thousands of worlds began disappearing. Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. Something is destroying the possibilities. Ion looked terrified. The origin is trying to restart everything. Quote. Naruto clenched his fist. Why? Because after everything you've done, reality is no longer following the original design. Naruto looked at the disappearing worlds. So it wants to erase everything and start again. Quote. Ion nodded. The child stepped toward Naruto. If it restarts reality, none of you will ever exist. Naruto looked at Sasuke. Sasuke understood immediately. Then we stop it. Naruto turned toward the child. Can you help us? The child nodded. But there is one problem. What? The child looked at Naruto. To stop the origin, someone must become the first choice. Naruto stared at him. What happens to that person? Quote. The child answered. They become the foundation of every future reality. Nico stepped forward. I'll do it. Naruto immediately shook his head. No. Nico looked at him. Why? Because you've already sacrificed enough. Quote. Nico smiled. Then who will? Naruto looked toward the golden sphere. He already knew the answer. Sasuke grabbed his shoulder. Don't. Naruto smiled. If someone has to make the first choice, it should be me. Quote. Kushina's voice echoed from the portal. Naruto. Naruto turned. Kushina stood there with Minato and the others. Kushina's eyes filled with tears. Don't choose a future where we lose you. Naruto smiled. I'm not choosing that. I'm choosing a future where everyone gets a chance. The first possibility looked at him. Then you are ready. Naruto stepped toward the golden sphere. The moment he touched it, every world appeared before him. He saw every Naruto, every Sasuke, every family, every friendship, every possible future. Then the origin appeared. Its enormous eyes opened. You cannot rewrite creation. Naruto looked at it. I'm not rewriting it. I'm giving it a choice. The origin attacked. A wave of darkness rushed toward Naruto. Sasuke and the others tried to protect him. But Naruto raised his hand. Don't. Everyone stopped. Naruto faced the darkness alone. I've spent my entire life fighting against destiny. And now I finally understand. The golden sphere began glowing. Destiny isn't something you defeat. You simply choose what comes next. Quote. Naruto placed his hand against the sphere. A brilliant light exploded across the void. Every disappearing world returned. The origin began cracking. For the first time, it spoke with fear. What have you chosen? Quote. Naruto smiled. Everyone gets to choose. The origin shattered, but instead of disappearing, its pieces transformed into millions of stars. The darkness became a universe. The first worlds began forming. And at the center of them all stood Naruto. The first possibility looked at him. You made the first choice. Naruto smiled. What happens now? The child answered. Now, every reality can choose its own beginning. Quote, Naruto looked at his friends. For the first time, there was no enemy waiting beyond the next portal. No prophecy, no predetermined ending, only an infinite number of possibilities. Then a tiny new world appeared. Inside it stood a young boy with whisker marks on his cheeks. He looked toward the sky and whispered, "Who am I?" Naruto smiled. "That's for you to decide." The new universe began, and the next story was about to begin. The child who chose his name. The new universe had finally begun. The young boy with whisker marks stood beneath a strange blue sky. He looked around. There was no village, no family, no history, no destiny, only an empty field and a single tree. Naruto watched from beyond the new reality. Sasuke stood beside him. He's another Naruto. Naruto nodded. But this time, his story hasn't been written. Quote, the first possibility appeared beside them. He has no predetermined name. Naruto looked surprised. Then what will he become? The child suddenly looked toward the sky. I want to become someone who protects people. Quote, Naruto smiled. Sasuke laughed. Sounds familiar. The child continued. But I don't want to be Naruto. Naruto froze. The first possibility smiled. This is his first choice. The child looked around. Then he touched his heart. My name will be Ren. A golden symbol appeared on his hand. Naruto's guardian mark. But this time, it was different. It wasn't a symbol of power. It was a symbol of choice. Naruto smiled. He chose his own name. Sasuke nodded. And his own path. Suddenly, the peaceful sky became dark. The first possibility looked upward. Something is wrong. Naruto's expression became serious. What now? A black line appeared across the new universe. Then another. Then thousands. The entire reality began splitting. Ren looked toward the sky. Why is my world breaking? A voice answered from the darkness. Because you were never supposed to choose. Naruto stepped forward. Who said that? A figure appeared above the new world. It had no face, only a glowing red symbol on its chest. The first possibility immediately recognized it. The first rule. Sasuke frowned. What is the first rule? The first possibility answered. Before the origin created possibilities, there was one rule. Naruto asked. What rule? The first possibility looked at Ren. No reality may exist without a predetermined destiny. Naruto clenched his fist. But we destroyed that rule. The first possibility shook his head. No, we defeated the origin. The first rule survived. Quote, the mysterious figure descended. Every world must have a chosen path. Naruto stepped in front of Ren. Not anymore. The first rule raised its hand. Naruto's body suddenly became frozen. Sasuke rushed forward. The first rule stopped him instantly. Ren screamed, leave them alone. The symbol on Ren's hand began glowing. The first rule turned toward him. You are the first child born without destiny. Ren looked frightened. Is that bad? Naruto managed to move his hand. No, it means you are free. Ren looked at Naruto. What should I do? Naruto smiled. Choose. Ren closed his eyes. He thought about everything he had seen. Then he opened them. I choose to protect my world. The golden symbol exploded with light. The first rule began cracking. That choice is forbidden. Ren shouted. Then change the rule. The entire universe shook. Naruto smiled. That's my boy. The first rule shattered. The cracks across the universe disappeared. Ren's world became stable. For the first time, an entire reality existed without a predetermined destiny. The first possibility looked at Naruto. You have created something no reality has ever had. Naruto asked. What? True freedom. Naruto smiled. Then a small black fragment fell from the broken first rule. It landed in Ren's hand. Ren looked at it. What is this? Naruto's expression changed. I don't know. The fragment whispered. There is still one rule left. Ren looked at Naruto. Which one? The fragment answered, every choice has a consequence. The sky became dark again. Naruto stared upward. Sasuke sighed. Looks like we're not done. Naruto smiled. Good. Neither is the story. Quote, the price of freedom. The black fragment floated above Ren's hand. Its voice echoed across the new universe. Every choice has a consequence. Ren looked at Naruto. What does that mean? Naruto stepped closer. It means freedom isn't always easy. Ren frowned. Then why choose it? Naruto smiled. Because even when a choice is difficult, it still belongs to you. Suddenly, the black fragment exploded. A wave of energy spread across the universe. Ren saw thousands of possible futures. In one, his village was destroyed. In another, his friends betrayed him. In another, he became a hero. In another, he became a villain. Ren covered his eyes. I don't want to see this. Naruto placed a hand on his shoulder. You don't have to. The visions disappeared. Ren looked at him. Then how do I know I'm making the right choice? Naruto answered. You don't. You choose anyway. Sasuke smiled. That's what makes it a choice. Suddenly, a massive storm appeared above the village. The black fragment transformed into a dark creature. It looked like Ren, but its eyes were completely black. Ren stepped backward. What is that? The first possibility answered. Your possible future. Ren stared at the creature. My future. One of them. The dark Ren smiled. I am the consequence of your choices. Ren raised his hand. I don't want to become you. The dark Ren laughed. You already created me. Naruto stepped forward. That's enough. The dark Ren looked at Naruto. You taught him freedom. Now watch what freedom creates. It attacked. Naruto blocked the strike. The impact shook the entire universe. Sasuke joined the fight, but the dark Ren became stronger with every attack. Naruto realized something. Stop fighting. Sasuke looked at him. What? Naruto pointed toward the dark Ren. He's growing stronger from our fear. The dark Ren smiled. Exactly. Ren stepped forward. Then I won't be afraid. The creature laughed. You should be. Ren looked directly into its eyes. Maybe, but you're still my choice. The dark Ren froze. Ren continued. I don't have to become you. Quote, I can learn from you. The creature began shrinking. Naruto smiled. That's it. Ren reached toward the dark version of himself. Instead of destroying it, he absorbed its memories. He saw every possible mistake, every failure, every painful future. Then he opened his eyes. I understand now. The dark Ren disappeared. The black fragment turned white. The universe became peaceful again. The first possibility looked at Ren. You just did something even Naruto couldn't do. Naruto laughed. Hey. Ren smiled. I didn't destroy my future. I accepted it. Naruto nodded. Exactly. Suddenly, the white fragment flew toward Naruto. He caught it. A message appeared. The first rule is gone. The origin is gone. The archive is gone. Then another sentence appeared. But the consequences remain. Naruto looked at Sasuke. That doesn't sound good. Quote, Sasuke sighed. It never does. The fragment suddenly showed a vision. A massive world appeared. It contained every reality, every Naruto, every Sasuke, every story, every possible future. At its center stood a giant tree. Naruto stared at it. What is that? The first possibility answered. The world tree. Every reality is connected to it. Naruto asked. Then why is it appearing now? The first possibility looked worried. Because someone is cutting its roots. Naruto's expression became serious. A single branch broke. Thousands of worlds trembled. Then a mysterious voice echoed. If freedom created infinite worlds. Quote. Then I will create a world where every choice has only one consequence. Naruto clenched his fist. Sasuke looked at him. Another enemy. Naruto smiled. Looks like it. The world tree began burning. And from its roots, a mysterious figure slowly emerged. My name is Fate. The next war had begun. The man called Fate. The world tree burned across the darkness. Every branch represented a different reality. Every leaf represented a life. Naruto stared at the mysterious figure standing among the roots. You call yourself Fate. The figure nodded. I am what existed before your freedom. Sasuke raised his sword. Then why are you attacking the world tree? Fate looked at him. Because freedom has become chaos. Naruto stepped forward. People making their own choices isn't chaos. Fate replied. Look around. Quote. He raised his hand. Millions of realities appeared. Some were peaceful. Some were at war. Some had already destroyed themselves. Fate pointed toward them. Every choice creates another possibility. Quote. Every possibility creates another conflict. Your freedom has created an infinite number of disasters. Naruto looked at the worlds. He couldn't deny what he was seeing. Fate continued. I will end this. Quote. One world, one path, one future. Naruto shook his head. That's not peace. It's control. Fate smiled. You sound like the first creator. Naruto's expression hardened. Don't compare me to him. Quote. Fate raised his hand. The world tree released a massive wave of energy. Naruto, Sasuke and the others were thrown backward. Ren grabbed the ground. He's too powerful. The first possibility looked at the burning roots. Fate isn't using chakra. Naruto stood up. Then what is he using? Probability. Naruto frowned. Probability. He can choose the outcome before the battle begins. Fate looked at Naruto. You will attack me. Quote. Naruto suddenly felt his body move. He rushed toward Fate. Sasuke shouted. Naruto. Naruto tried to stop himself. But his body continued. Fate smiled. You see, your choice was already made. Quote. Naruto's fist moved toward Fate. At the last moment, Naruto stopped. Fate's eyes widened. Impossible. Naruto smiled. You predicted my choice, but you didn't predict that I'd change it. The world tree began glowing. Naruto's choice created a new branch. Fate stepped backward. No, Naruto understood. Every time you predict a choice, we can make another one. Sasuke smiled. Then his power has a weakness. Fate became angry. Stop. Naruto created a shadow clone. Then another. Then thousands. Fate looked at them. You think numbers will defeat probability? Naruto smiled. No, choices will. Every clone made a different decision. One attacked. One defended. One disappeared. One created a Rasengan. One simply stood still. Fate couldn't predict them all. His control began failing. The world tree grew new branches. Fate screamed. Impossible. Naruto rushed forward. You wanted one future. I'll give you infinite possibilities. Naruto's Rasengan struck Fate, but instead of destroying him, it shattered the dark chains around the world tree. The burning roots began healing. Fate fell to his knees. But he smiled. Naruto looked at him. Why are you smiling? Fate pointed toward the world tree. Because you still don't understand. Naruto turned. A massive black root had appeared beneath the tree. It was not connected to any reality. It was connected to something deeper. Fate whispered. The world tree isn't the beginning. Naruto stared. Then what is? Fate answered. The seed beneath the tree. The ground opened. A massive golden seed appeared. Every reality suddenly became silent. Ren looked at it. What is that? The first possibility whispered. The first choice. Naruto stepped closer. The seed began cracking. Something moved inside. Then a tiny hand emerged. Naruto's eyes widened. The hand looked exactly like his. A child's voice echoed from inside. Naruto. Naruto froze. The voice continued. You finally found me. And the golden seed opened completely. The child inside the seed. The golden seed opened. Everyone stared at the tiny figure inside. It was a child. He had Naruto's face, but his eyes were completely golden. Naruto stepped closer. Who are you? The child smiled. I am the first choice. Naruto frowned. The first choice. The child nodded. Before the first reality. Before the origin. Before fate. I was the first decision ever made. Sasuke asked. What was the decision? The child looked at Naruto. To exist. Naruto became silent. The child continued. Nothing existed before that choice. No worlds. No time. No people. Only silence. Then I chose to exist. The world tree began glowing. Every reality responded to the child's presence. Fate stood up. This is impossible. The child looked at him. You were created to control choices. I was created to make them. Fate stepped backward. Naruto asked, why do you look like me? The child answered, because you became the strongest symbol of choice. You didn't create me, you became like me. Naruto looked at the world tree. So what happens now? The child pointed toward fate. He has one final choice. Fate became angry. I don't need a choice. I am fate. The child smiled. That's your choice. Fate attacked. A massive wave of probability rushed toward the child. Naruto stepped in front of him. The attack stopped. Naruto looked at fate. You won't touch him. Fate replied. You can't stop destiny. Naruto smiled. I stopped listening to it a long time ago. Quote, Sasuke joined Naruto. So did I. Ren stepped forward. And so did I. One by one, everyone stood together. Fate looked around. Why? Naruto answered. Because nobody chooses alone. The world tree began glowing brighter. Every reality connected. Millions of people made their own choices at the same moment. Some chose courage. Some chose forgiveness. Some chose love. Some chose to start over. The combined choices created a massive wave. Fate was pushed backward. No. The child raised his hand. A golden light surrounded Fate. But instead of destroying him, it changed him. The dark armor disappeared. The figure became an ordinary human. Fate looked at his hands. What did you do? The child answered. I gave you a choice. Fate looked at Naruto. What choice? Naruto smiled. Choose who you want to be. Fate looked at the endless worlds. For the first time, he was not controlling them. He was simply watching. He slowly smiled. I choose to protect them. The world tree stopped burning. Its roots became bright again. The child turned toward Naruto. My work is finished. Naruto frowned. Where are you going? The child smiled. Back to where every choice begins. He began turning into golden light. Naruto reached toward him. Wait. The child looked back. Remember one thing? Naruto asked. What? The child smiled. The strongest person isn't the one who controls the future. It's the one who accepts that they cannot control it. The child disappeared. The golden seed closed. The world tree became peaceful. Fate looked toward Naruto. So this is the end. Naruto smiled. No, this is another beginning. Suddenly, a small crack appeared on the world tree. Sasuke looked at it. Naruto. Naruto turned. Inside the crack was a completely unknown symbol. Eon appeared beside them. His face became pale. I've seen that symbol before. Naruto asked. Where? Quote, Eon whispered. In the place where even the first choice was afraid to go. The world tree shook. A dark door appeared between its roots. And from behind it came a voice. Who said the story was finished? Quote, the door beyond the world tree. The dark door stood between the roots of the world tree. Nobody moved. Naruto looked at Eon. You've seen this before. Eon nodded. Once. Where? In a place that existed before the first choice. Quote, Sasuke tightened his grip on his sword. Then why didn't you tell us? Eon looked at Naruto. Because I was afraid. Naruto stepped toward the door. Of what's inside? Eon shook his head. Of what might come out. Quote, the door suddenly opened. A cold wind swept across every reality. Ren stepped closer to Naruto. Should we enter? Naruto looked at the darkness. Not yet. Suddenly, a small voice came from inside. Naruto. Naruto froze. He recognized the voice. It was Jiraiya. Naruto stepped forward. Master. Sasuke grabbed his shoulder. Wait. The voice came again. Naruto, help me. Naruto looked toward the darkness. Eon shouted. Don't listen. The voice changed. Now it sounded like Minato. Naruto, come to me. Then Kushina. Naruto, I need you. Naruto closed his eyes. They're not real. Eon nodded. The door uses memories to attract people. Quote, Naruto opened his eyes. Then let's see what it's hiding. He stepped through. Sasuke followed immediately. Inside was a gigantic empty space. There were no stars, no worlds, no time, only millions of floating memories. Naruto saw his childhood, his first meeting with Iruka. Team 7, the Valley of the End. Jiraiya, Pain, the Fourth Great Ninja War. His wedding, Boruto. Every memory existed as a glowing sphere. Sasuke stared at them. This place contains everything. Naruto nodded. every memory from every reality. Suddenly, one sphere moved toward Naruto. It showed a memory he had never seen. A woman stood beside a newborn child. But this time, the child wasn't Naruto. It was Sasuke. Sasuke stared in shock. That's impossible. The woman turned toward them. Her face was hidden. She whispered, Sasuke was the first. Naruto looked at Sasuke. What does that mean? Before Sasuke could answer, the memory shattered. A figure appeared behind them. It wore a white mask. You finally discovered the truth. Naruto turned. Who are you? The figure removed the mask. Sasuke froze. It had his face, but older, much older. The stranger looked at Sasuke. You were never supposed to be Naruto's shadow. Sasuke raised his sword. Then what am I? The stranger smiled. The first companion. Naruto stared. The first companion. The stranger nodded. Before there were heroes, there were two choices. One chose to exist. The other chose to protect. He looked at Sasuke. You were the second choice. Sasuke remained silent. The stranger continued. Every reality created its own Naruto. But every Naruto needed someone who would challenge him. That person was always Sasuke. Quote, Naruto smiled. That sounds about right. Sasuke looked annoyed. Don't make it sentimental. The stranger laughed. Then his expression became serious. But there is one reality where the second choice never happened. Quote, Naruto asked. What happened there? The stranger pointed toward a black sphere. That world has been searching for Sasuke. The sphere opened. Inside was a ruined village. A lone figure stood among the ruins. It had Sasuke's face, but its eyes were completely white. The stranger whispered, the Sasuke who never found Naruto. The figure inside the sphere slowly looked toward them. Then it spoke, I have been waiting for my other half. Quote, the black sphere shattered. The white-eyed Sasuke stepped into the chamber. He looked directly at the real Sasuke. You took the life that should have been mine. Sasuke raised his sword. I don't know you. Quote, the stranger stepped backward. This is the consequence of the second choice. Naruto stood beside Sasuke. Then we'll face it together. The white-eyed Sasuke smiled. Exactly what I wanted. He raised his hand. The entire chamber began collapsing. Millions of memories turned black. The door behind them disappeared. Naruto looked at Sasuke. Ready. Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. Always. Quote, two versions of Sasuke stood opposite each other. And for the first time, the battle was not about Naruto. It was about who Sasuke was meant to become. The Sasuke who never met Naruto. The memory chamber began collapsing. Two Sasuke stood facing each other. The real Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. The white-eyed Sasuke remained completely still. Naruto looked at him. Why do you hate Sasuke? The white-eyed Sasuke answered. I don't hate him. I hate the life he was given. Sasuke frowned. What does that mean? The white-eyed Sasuke pointed toward the floating memories. You had Naruto. You had Team 7. You had people who pulled you back from darkness. Quote, I had nobody. Sasuke lowered his sword slightly. What happened to your world? The white-eyed Sasuke looked away. My clan died. My brother disappeared. The village blamed me. I searched for answers. Quote, but every door was closed. Naruto stepped forward. You could have chosen another path. The white-eyed Sasuke laughed. That's what everyone says, but how can someone choose hope when they have never seen it? Quote, Naruto became silent. The white-eyed Sasuke raised his hand. A massive black Susanoo appeared behind him. Sasuke activated his own Susanoo. The two warriors charged. Their weapons collided. The chamber shook. Naruto tried to intervene. Sasuke stopped him. This is my fight. Naruto nodded. The two Sasuke continued battling. Every strike created new memories. The white-eyed Sasuke saw Naruto. The real Sasuke saw his alternate life. For a moment, both stopped. The white-eyed Sasuke whispered. So that's what it was like. Sasuke looked at him. What? To have someone who never gave up on you. Sasuke answered. Naruto was annoying. Quote, Naruto smiled. Sasuke continued. But he never let me disappear. The white-eyed Sasuke lowered his sword. I wish I had someone like that. Naruto stepped forward. You do now. The white-eyed Sasuke looked at him. Why? Naruto smiled. Because you're not alone anymore. The white-eyed Sasuke's eyes began glowing. For a moment, his expression softened. Then the memory chamber shook violently. The masked stranger appeared again. You have both made your choice. Naruto looked at him. What happens now? The stranger pointed toward the collapsing darkness. The two Sasukes cannot exist in the same reality. Sasuke looked at Naruto. Then one of us has to disappear. Naruto shook his head. No. The stranger smiled. That is exactly what the door wants. Naruto understood. It's testing whether we'll accept the rule. Sasuke nodded. So we break it. Both Sasuke raised their hands. Their chakra connected. The black and purple energy merged. The chamber stopped collapsing. The two versions of Sasuke began sharing memories. Pain, loss, friendship, hope. Everything became one. The white-eyed Sasuke slowly changed. His eyes became normal. The scars on his face disappeared. He looked at the real Sasuke. Thank you. Sasuke replied. Don't thank me. Just don't waste your second chance. The alternate Sasuke smiled. I won't. A new portal opened. The alternate Sasuke stepped through. Before leaving, he looked at Naruto. Take care of him. Quote. Naruto laughed. I've been doing that for years. Sasuke sighed. Don't remind me. The portal closed. The memory chamber became stable. The masked stranger looked at them. You passed. Naruto frowned. Who are you really? The stranger removed his cloak. Underneath was a familiar symbol. The Uchiha crest. Sasuke's expression changed. You're one of us. The stranger smiled. No, I am the one who existed before the Uchiha. Quote. Naruto stepped forward. Then who created the Sharingan? The stranger's smile disappeared. He answered. The same person who created the first Naruto. The chamber went completely silent. Sasuke looked at Naruto. That can't be true. The stranger opened a final portal. Then come and see. Beyond the portal was a world filled with enormous red eyes. And in the center stood a woman with silver hair. She looked at Naruto and Sasuke. Then she spoke. Welcome, children of the first choice. The mother of the first choice. Naruto and Sasuke stepped through the portal. The moment they entered, the portal vanished behind them. They stood in a massive white chamber. Thousands of red eyes covered the walls. Sasuke looked around. This place feels familiar. Naruto nodded. Like the Sharingan. The silver-haired woman stood at the center. She looked at both of them. You finally arrived. Naruto stepped forward. Who are you? The woman answered. My name is Astra. Sasuke narrowed his eyes. And what do you want? Astra looked at him. I want you to remember where your power came from. Quote. She raised her hand. A giant image appeared in the air. Two children stood beside each other. One had golden eyes. The other had red eyes. Naruto stared. The first Naruto. Sasuke looked at the second child. That one has the Sharingan. Astra nodded. The first choice created two paths. The first child chose to create. The second chose to protect. Naruto looked at Sasuke. So Naruto and Sasuke were always connected. Quote. Astra smiled. Not just connected. They were created as opposites. Sasuke frowned. Why? Astra answered. Because creation without protection becomes chaos. And protection without creation becomes meaningless. Quote. Naruto suddenly understood. You were trying to balance us. Astra nodded. But the balance was broken. Sasuke asked. By whom? Astra looked toward the ceiling. By the one who wanted perfect balance. Quote. A massive red eye opened above them. Naruto immediately activated Sage Mode. Sasuke activated his Rinnegan. Astra stepped backward. He has awakened. Naruto asked. Who? The eye spoke. I am the first guardian. Quote. Naruto clenched his fist. We already destroyed the guardian system. The eye answered. You destroyed the system. You never destroyed its purpose. Sasuke asked. What purpose? The chamber began shaking. To prevent Naruto and Sasuke from ever becoming one. Naruto looked at Sasuke. What happens if we do? Astra answered. Creation and protection become one power. That power can rewrite every reality. Quote. Naruto understood. That's why everyone keeps trying to separate us. The first guardian spoke again. If you merge your powers, every reality will lose its individuality. Sasuke looked at Naruto. Then we don't merge. Naruto smiled. We fight together. The first guardian released a massive red beam. Sasuke blocked it with Susanoo. Naruto created hundreds of shadow clones. Astra surrounded the chamber with silver barriers. The first guardian attacked again. Naruto and Sasuke moved together. Rasengan. Chidori. Their attacks connected perfectly. The first guardian began cracking. No, Naruto shouted. You wanted to control our choices. Quote. Sasuke continued. But you forgot one thing. Naruto and Sasuke stood side by side. We choose our own path. Their combined attack shattered the giant red eye. The chamber became silent. Astra looked relieved. But then the broken eye began forming again. Naruto frowned. Why isn't it dead? Astra looked terrified. Because that wasn't the guardian. Naruto turned. Then what was it? Astra pointed toward the darkness behind them. The guardian was only the lock. A gigantic door appeared. Behind it was an endless red light. Astra whispered. What lies beyond that door is the first enemy Naruto and Sasuke ever had. The door slowly opened. A deep voice echoed through the chamber. You finally remembered me. Naruto raised his guard. Sasuke stood beside him. Astra looked at them, and for the first time, she was trembling. His name is Zero. Quote. The darkness moved. A figure stepped through the door. It had Naruto's face, Sasuke's eyes, and a power neither of them had ever seen. Zero smiled. Now let me show you why your worlds were created. Quote. Thanks for watching, _lore family. Heart. If you enjoyed this story, like, thumbs up, subscribe bell, and comment what you think will happen next. Stay tuned for the next part of the story. Keep watching, keep imagining, and stay connected with _lore. Fire.